We've made some great progress so far in Spyro the Dragon as we now get to the 4th homeworld, Peacemakers. This homeworld takes our purple boy to a gigantic swamp that has been taken over by Norks who are quite fond of electricity. The appropriately named Electro Norks will use their shock sticks to electrocute the surface below them, with a pause in between shocks presenting Spyro an opportunity to strike them down. The other enemy you'll encounter here are the boars. They will happily charge through anything in their way to attack you, even other enemies. Most of them can be seen running around aimlessly, but one does go for the sneak attack if you go around the back of this shack. Is that right? If you do get hit, you'll need some health, and Peacemakers is the home of the chickens. The realms in Peacemakers include the main worlds, Terrace Village, Misty Bog, and Treetops, a flight level called Wild Flight, and the boss level, Metalhead. The achievement Mushroom Hunter can be obtained here. This requires you to flame the 5 glowing mushrooms. 2 are located behind portals, those being Misty Bog and Wild Flight. 1 is opposite the Metalhead portal, another is next to the massive tree, and the final one is on the opposite side of the pyramid as you go up. Peacemakers only has 2 dragons to rescue. Bruno, the leader of the Peacemaker dragons, who explains to Spyro what Nasty Nork did to the world, whereas the second dragon you free, Cletus, is in too much of a rush to talk.
Great to see you, but I gotta go.
Now, did you bloody know? Prior to deciding on the name Spyro, the codename for the dragon was Pete, as a reference to the 1977 Disney film Pete's Dragon. Allegedly, this was used as a reminder to not get sued by Disney. His second name of Pyro, which is the Latin and Greek word for fire, was also used, and after a bit of tweaking, brought us the fantastic name Spyro. Terrace Village is the first world you'll come across in Peacemakers. The swampy village is surrounded with tree trunk fencing and is home to a number of stone platforms. Also, look at that beautiful sky. The Electronauts continue electrocuting the plane, and if you avoid damage from the floor in this world, you'll gain a skill point. However, they can come with a bit of protection from the gunners. These Norks wear a full body metal suit equipped with gun turrets, and they will fire electric bolts at you, and also at some innocent chickens. Laser Norks are another enemy introduced here. They too carry shock sticks as well as a punk inspired look. Another 2 dragons are here to say, with Claude and Cyprin, with the latter being the only dragon that appears laying down upon being rescued. There's a timed achievement in this world called Rocketeer. After reaching the top of this structure, a long glide will take you to some raised areas. 2 fireworks will become visible quite quickly when moving through the platforms, but the last one can be easily missed. After lighting those 2, drop down to this grassy area below and you'll find the 3rd firework to light. Do this in under 15 seconds and the achievement is yours. Our next world is Misty Bog. A much brighter realm, but it is home to a rather creepy enemy. Dragon-eaten plants are said enemy, and if the title doesn't suggest, they will aggressively storm at Spyro and attempt to eat him. And as long as you have sparks with you, they will eventually spit you out. The original design of these plants are the perfect nightmare fuel for fresh eyes. Nork dudes are also located in Misty Bog, with one seen being chased by a boar, and a couple others trapping chickens in cages. If you turn around at the start of the level, you will see a ruin. Walk around the back of it and free the chicken in the cage, and you will nab yourself another achievement. There is room for one more enemy in Misty Bog, an enemy which is a real pain in the ass. The attack frogs. They have a deadly range attack with their long tongues, and this room here is like going through a minefield. Tread carefully. Roscoe will give you a warning about these frogs, and he is one of 4 dragons crystallized in Misty Bog, with Zeki, Bubba, and Damon making up the roster here. You may have noticed that Damon looks a tad magical in his design, and that's because he was originally an early design for a magic crafted dragon called Xander. So they just tweaked his colour palette to make him look a bit more Beastmaker-like. The final main world in Peacemakers is Treetops, and this is one of the most recognised worlds of the game, and toughest to 100%. Why, you may ask? Well, this realm takes supercharge and makes it extra spicy for your brain. The Aurora sky is a thing of beauty to see before we get to what's to come. First thing you'll see as you enter Treetops is a green thief, but unlike the blue egg thief, this one is carrying a purple gem. Alongside him are the 2 main enemies of this world, the Banana Boys, creatures who will chuck bananas at Spyro, and the ape-like enemies Strong Arms, who will kick Spyro with their little feet if he gets too close. A few of them can also be seen sleeping until we rudely awaken them and destroy them. Beside a couple of sleeping Strong Arms, you'll see a red thief, who like the green is also carrying a purple gem. These thieves will run to areas that can only be reached through the supercharge power, and one of the dragons you release named Isaac will provide the tip of jumping at the end of the ramp to go the distance. By the way, if you make your way down each supercharge ramp, you'll receive this level's achievement. On this point, when you release the dragon Lyle, he will share the hint to not to stop at 1 supercharge. The final dragon, Jed, is stuck on a remote section of Treetops. For many who played the original, this would be the moment they yell, "How the bloody hell are we getting over there then?" And it will no doubt bring the reaction to first time players today. To get to him, you can take this route. Go down the ramp near the spot where you release Lyle, get across to the grassy area, and then continue straight forward to the furthest jump point. Take a right and then jump while taking a hard right to reach the next ramp. This one you'll be running up it until you see the next jump. Jump to that and you'll finally be ready to make your last jump and glide to the area. I think we can all agree with Spyro here.
You could have found an easier spot to get stuck.
Well, that's the green thief down, but the red thief is still at large, and he's found a neat little spot to chill in. Here we go again. You go down the ramp near where you release Isaac and jump off slightly to the right, you'll make it to a very long ramp. Make your way around it and then jump off the incline at the end to make it over the spiky stumps. With that, you'll have enough speed to make the last jump and get to that red thief. It's worth noting that Insomniac Games predicted that this level would be a challenge for the player, so you'll find a good few lives scattered around to replenish the ones you could very likely lose. Now, did you bloody know? During the development of the Reignited trilogy, fans were not happy with a part of Spyro's glide. What was the issue? Spyro's bum. The community was not happy that it didn't wiggle like in the original game, so the developers Toys for Bob listened and adjusted accordingly. To the flight level now, Wild Flight. We return to a daylight setting with large crystals set on grassy land, providing a welcome change of scenery. Like some previous flight levels, 8 chests, 8 arches and 8 planes are there to be destroyed with the new addition of 8 boats. The achievement here does not involve flaming any fairies this time, but instead you'll need to make sure you don't touch the ground at any point. And if you do that, you'll be awarded it. Finally, we get to the boss level, Metalhead. If you didn't like the enemies from Treetops, well, I'm sorry to report they are back again, only this time the Banana Boys are armored up for the occasion. The dragon here that is in need of freeing is Sadiki. He will tell you that attacking the power poles is the route to destroy Metalhead. The Metalhead fight starts inside. He'll fire energy rays and throw enemies at you while you try and take out the power poles. As long as they are not red, they are good to smash through. With them all destroyed, he'll retreat outside and continue the same attacks. These attacks can even be used to your advantage if you make him direct them at a pole. Therefore, it is possible that he can defeat himself, like shown here. Also, if you do defeat him without taking any damage, you will earn a skill point. There's an achievement to gain here too. This one is to collect all 500 gems in the level. This one can be a bit tricky as there are some areas that can be easily overlooked and missed. Such as if you drop down here and glide through this broken gate, you'll find a hidden area that includes a key and a whirlwind to get up to the elevated areas of the realm. At the exit of the inside area, you'll see some stairs that will lead you to a gem. And to find the chest for the key, as you make your way outside from the room, you can go left past the waterfall and you'll find it there. With all that complete, you are now ready to speak to Cray, the balloonist, and he'll give you the option to go to the next homeworld, Dreamweavers. This is where we'll leave it today. If you enjoyed this one, let me know your thoughts below or with a like. Take care and I'll see you next time.